So let's talk about a piece of music that presents a huge paradox, one that really makes you question what a truly American anthem could even be.
Right? It's a fantastic question. I mean, on the surface, it makes absolutely no sense. But the story behind this choice, well, it reveals something incredibly profound about American identity itself.
Okay, so the piece is called "The People United Will Never Be Defeated." And believe it or not, it was a centerpiece at two massive celebrations for America's founding, the 200th anniversary back in 1976 and the 250th, which is this year, 2026. Just look at this timeline. It's wild. The song starts in Chile in 1973. It becomes this powerful anthem for people resisting the Pinochet dictatorship, which, overthrew the world's first democratically elected socialist government. Then, just 3 years later, it's being performed at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. for the U.S. bicentennial. And now, in 2026, Gustavo Dudamel and the New York Philharmonic are playing it at Lincoln Center for the 250th. I mean, how on earth does that happen?
Well, to figure this out, we have to completely shift how we're looking at it. The answer isn't in the song's political roots. It's found by looking at its musical structure through a uniquely American lens.
And that brings us to the composer, Frederick Rzewski. See, he didn't just arrange a protest song. No, he was building an entirely new musical philosophy, one that was grounded in a core American value.
What Rzewski did was a total transformation. Yeah, he took the melody, but he embedded it in this radical new structure. The whole thing was designed from the ground up to be a living, breathing model of individual freedom.
And this right here is the fundamental switch. The original Chilean song was all about the collective, the group moving as one powerful, unbreakable unit. Rzewski's piece is about the exact opposite. It's about the power of the individual to freely take a theme and completely transform it.
You can really see the core change right here. It's not about conformity and collective action anymore. It's all about individual creation, about personal expression. The whole focus shifts from the group to the single person.
And Rzewski literally builds this freedom right into the score. The pianist isn't just a robot playing notes. They become a co-creator. They have to decide what to emphasize, how to interpret it, and get this, they even have to improvise entire sections. By design, every single performance is a totally unique creation.
And when you look at it that way, you realize, oh, this isn't just a piece of music. It's a working model of liberal democracy itself. You have one shared idea, the theme, and countless individuals are free to interpret and build on it in their own way, all inside one unified work.
So let's look at the proof. How did this radical idea actually play out? First in 1976, and then how it evolved into something even more explicitly American by 2026.
So when this piece was performed at the bicentennial, it had nothing to do with America embracing socialism. It was a statement, a powerful declaration of confidence in the principle of free expression. The message was unmistakable. This is America. Here, there's no censorship. Any melody, any idea is fair game for exploration and reinterpretation.
Okay, now, let's jump forward 50 years to the 250th anniversary. They took this concept of individual freedom and cranked it up to a whole other level. The New York Philharmonic's performance was, well, way more explicit about the whole thing. They didn't just have one performer reinterpreting the piece. Nope, they commissioned 18 different composers to arrange the variations.
So you see, this isn't a collective working together. It's individuals creating in parallel. You've got one shared theme, but a ton of completely different takes on it, all existing side by side. Sometimes they even clash, but they coexist. This is the American melting pot, but expressed in purely musical terms. It's not about socialism, it's about a system where individuals are free to transform a single idea.
But it goes even deeper. Let's dig into the music's insane structure and legendary difficulty, because that's where we find the most profound statement about what freedom actually means.
Okay. The architecture here is just brilliant. These aren't just 36 random variations. They are meticulously organized into a perfect 6x6 structure. Each group of 6 explores the theme in a new way. A basic exploration, then a rhythmic one, then lyrical, then a technical explosion. You get the idea. It creates these meta-variations. And here's the logic. In each set, the first 5 variations explore different ideas, and the 6th one comes in and summarizes them. This happens 6 times, and then the final 36th variation pulls elements from all 35 that came before it, compressing them and bringing the music full circle. It connects right back to the original theme, but it's been completely transformed. The structure itself is the message. The people are always changing, but they always return stronger. On top of all that, this piece is just ridiculously hard to play. I mean, people say only a handful of humans can actually pull it off. We're talking Liszt or Rachmaninoff level difficulty, but then you throw in modern techniques like playing clusters of notes with your palm or forearm. It demands absolute mastery.
And inside this one piece, you get an entire universe of styles. There's jazz, marches, minimalism, even Baroque and avant-garde music. This sheer variety is the sound of an individualized people, all these different voices speaking through one coherent piece of art.
Now, all this difficulty, it isn't just to show off. It's a metaphor. It's the whole point. To perform this music, to express this kind of freedom, the pianist needs unbelievable skill, discipline, and a sense of responsibility. The music is telling us that real freedom is just as demanding.
And this gets to the core argument here. Freedom isn't our natural state. It's not just doing whatever you feel like. It's a highly sophisticated, even artificial concept. It's built on a complex framework of education and shared values. History and social experiments show us that if you just leave people to their own devices, they eventually end up with a dictator. To maintain a real individualist democracy, citizens have to be properly educated to handle that responsibility. It's a huge burden.
But, and this is the beautiful part, the music shows us the payoff. It argues that while the burden of freedom is heavy and the system is complex, the result of individuals mastering that system to express themselves is something profoundly and breathtakingly beautiful. The struggle is exactly what makes the creation so powerful. So, we're left with the question the music itself is asking. Is real freedom just total chaos? Or is it something else? This piece argues that the most powerful freedom is found through individual expression and creativity thriving within a complex, demanding, but ultimately beautiful framework. It transforms a song of the collective into a testament to the individual. And in that way, you could argue it's the most American music there is.